Okay, so solve this system by substitution. So what we have here, this is section 7.1. This is 7.1. So what we have here is two equations with two letters, right? We have x and y, notice, and there's two equations. So that's what chapter 7 is all about, is systems of equation. We call that a system, right? It's not just one equation with one letter. That's what we're used to. But now we're talking about two equations, two letters. It's a system. How do you solve two equations, two letters? What do you do? Well, there's actually there's a lot of methods, but there's two main methods. One of them is called substitution. The other one's called the elimination method, or addition, goes by the name, which we'll get to that in a minute. But on this one, we're going to use substitution. You can actually do either way you want. It doesn't really matter. It'll be the same answer however you do it. But I'm going to do this one by substitution, like they said, because that will be easiest. Basically, substitution means you, for substitution, you get step one, get one letter alone. So right here, we've already got this one. The second equation, y, already is alone. So I don't really have to do anything with it. And then step two, plug that letter into the other equation. So I'm going to plug that into the other equation. So I'm going to grab this y is 7x plus 13. Let me grab the other equation here. 3x minus 4y is minus 27. And plug in right there for y. Because you see why that's true? Because y, the second equation tells us that y equals 7x plus 13. That means y is the same as 7x plus 13. That means wherever you see y, like in the other equation, you can replace it with 7x plus 13 because it is the same as 7x plus 13. So that equation then becomes 3x minus 4 times 7x plus 13 equals minus 27. We get so far. So 3x, and then distribute this, minus 28x minus 12 is minus 27. So do you see that now we only have one letter? We just have x. There's no more y because we plugged in for y. So that's why this works. So now you just solve for x. What is 3x minus 28x? Well, that's minus 25x. And then we add 12 to both sides, just solve them for x here. Minus 25x is minus 15. Minus 25. Divide on both sides. Okay, so then we got to reduce that. Divide by 5, top and bottom. Oh, and get rid of the negative, right? Two negatives become positive. Divide by 5, top and bottom, that'd be what? 3/5. So x is 3/5. So we got x. And so now, so step one, get one letter alone. Step two, plug that letter into the other equation. And now for step 3, I'll come over here. Plug the first answer in anywhere. So step 3, plug that first answer. We got this first answer, x is 3/5. Plug that in anywhere you want. Well, the easiest place is going to be right here where y is already alone. So y equals 7x plus 13. What is x? Well, x is 3/5. We get there, I just grabbed that x and plugged it in. X is 3/5. So plug the first answer in anywhere to find the second answer. So now we're going to find the second answer. What do you do with 7? How do we handle 7 multiplying 3/5? Well, you put it over 1. Remember, whenever a whole number is interacting with a fraction, then you just go top times top, bottom times bottom. It's 21/5. Plus, and then 13, same kind of thing. Got to put it over 1, multiply top and bottom by 5 to get a common denominator. That'll be 65 over 5. We can add those up. That'll be 86 over 5. 86 over 5. So we got x and we got y. It's 86. X is 3/5 and y is 86 over 5. So how do you give the actual answer? Well, they want you to give it with parentheses. So we'll click this box, 1 or more solutions, and we'll put a parenthesis. X is 3/5, comma, I don't know if you saw that, I made that comma big enough, comma, y is 86/5. So parentheses around the x and the y. That's how we give an answer to a whole system, to 2 equations with 2 letters, is you put them in parentheses, you put a comma between them. So it's x is 3/5, y is 86/5, x comma y, just like that. And so there we go.